Hey everyone, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold here with 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game Magnus played 21 years ago when his FIDE rating was only 2484. This was played at Wijk aan Zee in the C group. And Magnus has white. So 21 years ago, so Magnus was 13 or 14 years old, I guess. Unless he was 12. Well, he was between 12 and 14. Anyway, they got this position from Akero Khan. Black just played c5. Magnus played the brilliant knight sacrifice, knight g6. And black should actually avoid taking the knight. Black should play rook e8. And then after takes, white has a clear advantage. So black has to still get back the pawn, and the bishop's better than the knight. But luckily, he did take the knight, which is good for us. Queen takes e6 check. You can't play rook f7 because h takes g6 wins the rook. So you have to move your king. Now, he doesn't take the bishop. He takes on g6, playing for a mating attack. Wants to play bishop takes h6. So black plays knight g8, which defends h6 and defends the bishop. But Magnus takes on h6 anyway. Bishop takes h6. Then Magnus sacrifices a rook. Rook takes h6 check. Knight takes h6. Queen takes e7. So Magnus is down a rook and a knight, but he's threatening queen h7 mate. So black has to play knight f7. And Magnus just takes it. They say a pawn on the 7th is worth a rook, which means white's up a couple of pawns here. Black can't play rook takes d4 because the rook's hanging with check. Now the queen and the rook have a big attack against the black king. If you play queen b6, queen e5 check, rook h1 check, and white will eventually give mate. So he played king g7. Magnus played rook d3. There's no queen e1 check because the queen defends e1. The rook comes to attack the king. Rook d6. You can't take the rook because then queen e1 would be mate. So rook g3 check, rook g6, queen e5 check, king takes f7, queen f5 check, rook f6, and now mate. And if you play king e7, I play rook e3 check, and then I can take either one of your rooks, and I'm up 3 pawns, plus I have a mating attack. So rook f6 was falling on his sword. Queen d7 mate, a brilliant series of sacrifices which led Magnus to the win. His opponent was Sipke Ernst, who had about the same FIDE rating as Magnus at the time. But you can see which one went on to become the world champion and which one you've never heard of. The truth hurts. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Hope you enjoyed that game as much as Magnus did, but I doubt it. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time with more 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.